Good morning, my name is Alex, and this morning I will be sharing with you some of the projects that I have decided to place in my portfolio for this course. So, I want to start off by apologizing that the content's a little bit late. Sometimes work deadlines as well as children get in the way of meeting some of our school deadlines, but I wanted to get this out there. The first project that I would like to go ahead and share is the Ultra Marathon Runner. This project was created in a video editing course that probably many of us recently were able to go ahead and take. I felt that this was really a huge learning experience for me because in the beginning couple weeks I struggled a lot with finding a balance between the right cuts, color editing, finding the right footage that I wanted to use. And overall, this was the very first video that I felt I was proud to produce at the end of the course. So I gained a lot of experience from making this one little short film over a 5-week period. And after that, I was just able to realize that between this and motion graphics, this is where I wanted to go. So let's go ahead and take a look.
I'm a recovering drug addict and an alcoholic, a person in long-time recovery. I'm a survivor. Pick a label. I don't mind. My drug of choice is more, or yes. I love pot, pills, cocaine, crank, mushrooms, LSD, ecstasy, heroin, nitrous oxide, whiskey, gin, beer, and a whole lot more. Yes, please. More of whatever you've got. For me, it's a family disease, something that's been passed down through my genes. Running is a big piece of my recovery. It's not something I depend on for my recovery. When I say recovery, I mean recovery from alcohol and drug abuse, or addiction rather. Running can't be the answer to my recovery because I'm gonna get injured, I'm gonna get hurt. The running might not always be there, but it is good therapy. And I find that at these races of ultra long distances, there are many people like me there. So I have many friends in recovery, I have many friends in long running. And then if you want to think of the Venn diagram, I have some really great friends of that place where those two things intersect. And there are tons of people where those two things intersect. Today, I've lived over 10 years without a mind-altering drug or drink. What makes this a disease? What separates me from the normal recreational drinkers and users of the world, those people who might be able to have half a glass of wine with their dinner and leave the other half sitting at the table, that difference falls into genetics, into how our bodies process the chemicals we ingest. Insert alcohol or anything else that produces a buzz into me, and the reward center of my brain snaps and sparkles like fireworks on the 4th of July.
Okay, so again, just something I was very proud of once I was able to complete it, and I wanted to make sure that it was in my finished portfolio. So moving on to the next item is a short clip that we did for a motion graphics course. For this course, we needed to learn about camera actions as well as typography and overlays in After Effects. I also went ahead on my own and added an extra little uniqueness for background music because I felt that was very important. So once I got through this project and then went back later and added the soundtrack in the back, I felt the piece came together really well, and I think it is a nice little clip. Okay, so again, it's a very, very short clip, but I think that the way that it came together, especially with the music when I added it, it just gives off the right type of energy that I would like for my audience to see. So coming to our third item that I would like to include, I did create a short video clip for my fiance. He does produce music, and so with this next project, what I did was actually take a video, some music that he created, and I chopped up the video, add some directional blurs, and also went with some unique cuts for this scene. And once it was completed, I was pretty proud of it too. Okay, and that was the end of that one there. Again, pretty proud of it. I'm very impressed with the music he was able to put together for me for that project. So big thank you to him. So the next item I would like to take a look at is something that we also created in our motion graphics course. It was regarding basketball stats. And I did go ahead again and add some music to this because I feel like it just gives a final polished touch. But at the same time, we also brought together a logo. We brought a lot of movements from cameras. We brought a lot of diversity and typography. And overall, once the product was finished and the music background was in place, I felt that this was very good for where I was at as a student to go ahead and show off in a portfolio. So let's take a look. Okay, I think the only thing that I maybe would change before putting this in a final product here is the ending. I think it's kind of missing a little something, but for the purpose of just getting the assignment out there, I would like to move forward and put this out there for you guys to view. So let's take a look at the next item that I'd like to share with you. I was very excited. One of the main projects for our motion graphics course was to complete a PSA assignment, and I really tossed and turned with what I wanted to complete. There was really a lot of movements. We needed to have it kind of limited in text. We learned a lot of background changing into the typography. So a lot of work went into creating a final product over the course that we had. And again, you know, taking my own little spin on it because we were supposed to give it a Stranger Things type of feel. I did go ahead and add a soundtrack to the back of it. And I think once it came together very nicely. And because this is one of my earlier assignments for motion graphics, I really appreciated all the work that went into creating this, and I felt that it would give my portfolio a little bit of diversity So I wanted to go ahead and include that as well. So I'll go ahead and open that for you. So just something simple, something quick just to throw in there and give it kind of a different vibe than my other items that I was placing in there. So I think it'll be a nice touch. Maybe it's not at its most final production stage and it can be enhanced later, but for where it's at right now, I feel that it is sufficient and will serve its purpose. And coming to the last item that I wanted to share was a quick motion graphic that I created after realizing once we completed our video editing, once we completed motion graphics, that I finally, as a designer, found what it was that I wanted to pursue career-wise. So this wasn't something that was required of any of our courses. It was something I went out and learned the tools to do. So creating, gradient backgrounds, getting smoke effects in After Effects going, blending typography, setting up keyframes, making sure that when I created this product that it relayed, a little bit of mystery behind this smoke and was able to engage the audience to stay throughout the short clip. So I'm going to go ahead and open that and start that. So again, this was something that my boyfriend, my fiance, he was able to provide for me, the background music on that. And I think that it came together really nicely. I love the message. I love the gradient background. So I'm very, very proud of this finished piece. And I did get some feedback after our discussion post to fade out the music here. So I will be taking a look at that before we turn in our final portfolios to just get a better understanding of the difference and the enhancements that fading out the music is going to bring to the table. So at this time, I believe that is all of the projects that you guys need to see. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up, and I hope you guys have a great Sunday. Thank you.